What's up? What's up? Welcome to the Barnes family. This is your boy KDB, and I'm sitting with the beautiful.
You already know what it is. You already know what it do. I'm flawless.
And this is the Barnes family, man. Now, if this is your first time watching one of our videos, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. We also do post notification shout outs at the end of every single video. Every video. If you want a shout out at the end of one of our videos, all you got to do is turn on your post notifications. You see that right there? And then comment down below. Now, this video is things that husbands wish wives knew. Part one, because I'm sure we're going to have a bunch of them. Now, I have things that I see here on the internet, but I also have some of my own personal things that I'm going to add in here. Now, any husband, if you're a husband and you agree, comment down below. If you got any other ones that I don't say, comment down below. All right? Now, this video is not for the wives to get mad, to say nothing, because, first of all, we ain't going to do nothing to say nothing bad or nothing like that. But this is how I feel. Now, if you don't feel the same way, then hey, there's nothing wrong with that. We both just feel two different ways. So let's get into the very first thing that husbands wish wives knew. And that first thing is, we don't like a lot of makeup. We don't like a lot of makeup. Now, I'm lucky, as you can see, I have a beautiful, beautiful, sexy young lady here, and she don't need a lot of makeup on. But there's some times when, she may put some makeup on and, it's just her thing. That's just what she want to do. I'm not mad at it, but I always feel like, gosh, like you're so naturally pretty. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, honestly, and fellas, comment down below if you agree. What I love the lip gloss. It's something about some shiny lips on the woman on my woman, that just drives me crazy. Fellas, comment below if you agree.
That's true.
Now, baby, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about that?
Well, it's not about anything about how I feel. This is not about me.
I know, but I'm just asking you how you feel. I'm just asking you how you feel.
That's cool. I feel like I don't really put a lot of makeup on anyway. Unless I get my makeup professionally done, then it may be a little much, but I try to be as natural as possible because I don't like a lot of makeup either. I agree.
Okay. So we agree on that. Both of us, neither one of us like a lot of makeup, and I'm grateful for that because I be seeing some women be having so much cake on their face, and it's crazy. Fellas, comment below if you agree. This part of their face be one color, and this part of their face, their neck be a totally different color. Like I said, women are beautiful. I think you are beautiful queens. I'm not here clowning nobody. But I'm just saying, men, husbands, we don't mind if you kind of ease up on the makeup a little bit, Now, the second thing that men wish women knew is, and my fellas, comment down below if you agree. We crave compliments too. You know what I'm saying? All of us men, we love to compliment I love to compliment my woman, but I can't have, I would be lying if I said I never want to compliment back. You know what I'm saying? It's just something that us men, we feel, not all of us feel like we don't get enough, but it feel like we put out a lot of compliments. And sometimes it feel like, I want to get a compliment too. My wife compliments me, because I see her in the camera looking at me like, wait a minute, you trying to say I'm complimenting you?
No,
I'm not saying that.
Listening. I'm not looking like that. I'm just like, ooh.
Oh, I'm just saying, we crave compliments also. Fellas, if you agree, let me know. Now, another thing, 3, husbands, comment below if you agree. We need a helper. Sometimes, and again, I don't deal with this, but I see a lot of men dealing with a lot of women that have a lot of issues. Like, thankfully, in my home, my woman understands me being an entrepreneur. Even when she was working a job, she understood that. So there were some nights and some weeks where it just didn't happen. It didn't look good. You know, this was a while ago, but still, I mean, you know, even to this day, she supports me. But for women out there that's looking for a husband, understand that, you know, we need a helper. You know, my wife is an incredible, incredible helper. Incredible helper. She helps with the kids. She helps around the house. She helps financially, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, you know, she don't even have to. But she's a helper, you know? And I mean, there's a difference between a nagger and a helper. Fellas, comment below if you know what I'm talking about. There's a difference. Now, how do you feel about that, babe?
Sounds fair.
Sounds fair? Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, here's another one. Let me see. Now, and again, this is how I feel.
I mean,
you know?
I feel like, you know, you putting this stuff out there, it just might be applying to me in some, you know, ways, but I appreciate you for giving me the uplifting.
I mean, yeah, I'm telling the truth. This is the truth. Like, I'm not, like, I'm telling the people the absolute truth. Like, I'm not, I mean, I have no reason to lie to y'all. Like, I really adore this woman, and I feel like God placed her, created her. When he created her for me, straight up. So I'm just being honest. You know, I'm not, I mean, it's not to sugarcoat. Of course, I do want something special at the end of the night. But that ain't got nothing to do with this, though. All right. Now, here's another thing. A husband also needs a wife's perspective. A husband needs a wife's perspective, you know. And I mean, you know, I'm really talking to myself about this because sometimes there's times where I really, really want to hear her perspective. But then there's times where, you know, I can be such an asshole to her that she don't want to give me her perspective. And then she feeling like, well, I'm going to be quiet now. And, you know, honestly, a husband wants to hear how you feel. A husband wants to hear, especially when we making decisions, whether it's money decisions or, you know, there's some times where I just make it happen. And I do it and then I tell her. But there's sometimes when I feel like I got to talk to her and tell her, you know, and kind of just let her know, you know. What do you think about that? Mm-hmm. Okay.
I mean, I'm just listening. It's, you know, I'm really soaking it all in. That's why I'm pretty quiet. But I mean, yeah, perspective is definitely big in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So.
Now, there's a difference between perspective and, see, I told you that shit wasn't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't perspective. Like, you know, like, as we all know, it ain't easy being a black man in this world right now, as we all know. You know, now a lot of people use that, you know, and say they use it all different kinds of ways, but now the world is getting a chance to see it's not easy being a black man. So when you walk out that door as a man, whether you work or whatever it is that you do, when you come home, the last thing you want is, you know,
somebody
nagging. Like, you know, like that turns a man off. It makes a man go another way. You know, it makes a man go another way. Now, next thing that husbands need.
Well, let me just go on it. Have I ever given you any of those poems? Because I know that there have been times where, you know, just having your own business where you just kind of took a gamble and things didn't work out for you. But I never been the type to be like, see, I told you that was gonna work, you know, or I told you not to put your money in there. I'm always like, hey, babe, if you believe in it, I believe in it too. I mean, hey, that's just me. Not toot my own horn or nothing, but, you know.
Yeah. But see, I think that this is good information because, I mean, like, literally, when I do these types of videos, it's hard for me because literally I don't have none of these issues. Like, I'm really doing this video because I know that there's husbands out there that don't have a voice or can't really express how they feel, especially in front of their woman. But, you know, I mean, like, these areas my wife really has covered. I mean, like, straight up. Now, here's another one. Here's another one. And this is a big one. A husband needs his wife's support and encouragement. You know, like, encouragement. Like, for a man, his woman can make or break his day. Like, honest to God, like, if a man feels like a king, he has no reason to go out and dip nowhere else. Straight up. I mean, straight up. If a man don't feel like a king, then he gonna go somewhere where somebody gonna make him feel like a king. And hopefully that didn't come out the wrong way. But I'm keeping it real. I mean, so it's the wife's duty. And I can only talk about wives because I'm a husband. It's the wife's duty to encourage and support her man. Because I mean, like like we all know, man, we already got a lot of stuff that we got to deal with. And, African American women got a lot of stuff y'all got to deal with too. And I'm going to do a video about that. I believe African American, or just women, period, are just the best created things or creatures in this world, because y'all can have babies and y'all do the period thing. Oh my God. If a man has to deal... Fellas, can you imagine going and saying, hey, bruh, you got a tampon? Hell no, bruh. I couldn't imagine that. And, just the idea of... Anyway. Last but not least, I think this is probably the biggest. And this is something that I can go on. I mean, we've had these issues in the past, and sometimes these issues still come up. But what a man needs, a man would rather be respected than loved. Straight up. And I mean, like we know that we have the love from our woman. We know that we have the love from, but that love is second to the respect. Now, it's not that, a man want to be your daddy. I mean, he do want to be your daddy, but not like that. You know what I'm saying? But I can honestly say, for me, I'd rather be respected. I mean, of course, respected and loved, but when it comes to respect, like, I mean, I must have it. I must have it. Now, I can't expect it and not give it. Now, that's something big. I can't expect it and not give it. And there are some times where I expect it and I don't want to give it. And I'm being honest. And so, hopefully these topics, because, it was just a few different things. I mean, there's lots of things that we can go into, but hopefully my fellas felt me. Hopefully my wives out there felt me. The ladies out there, you're beautiful creatures, you're beautiful creations. And there's just some things that men wish that you knew. There's just some things that men wish you knew. And these are just a few. Now, this is part 1. I'm going to come back and do a part 2. Hell, we may even do a part 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Because I think that this is very, very, very... One, it's fun, man. Like, I mean, shout out to you, baby. Like, you took that like a sport. Even though I didn't say nothing bad, but I think it's fun. You know what I'm saying? So... we're going to end the video right here because we don't want to talk all day. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure that you like, share, subscribe. Now, our post notification winner for today is my cousin, Tamiko Barnes. Shout out to you, Tamiko. We appreciate you watching the videos. We appreciate you subscribing. We appreciate you commenting down below. Now, if you want a shout out in our very next video tomorrow, all you got to do is turn on your post notifications and comment down below. This is KDB signing off, sitting with the beautiful.
You already know what it is. You already know what it do. Flawless.
Peace.